What is up, friends? Welcome back for another movie reaction. Today I will be checking out Synchronic, which is one that I personally wanted to see because it's a recent movie directed by the same people who directed one of my more favorite lower budget films from the past 10 years called The Endless. If you haven't checked it out, I definitely recommend it. I quite liked it a lot, and I thought their script for that film was very creative, and so they've been on my radar since I saw that, and this is their most recent one to come out, and so I just wanted to check it out. And besides knowing that the two main actors in this are Anthony Mackie and Jamie Dornan, I don't know anything else about this movie, and since I chose it myself, no one had recommended it to me on the channel or the Patreon. I don't even know how good it is, what people's opinions are, so it could end up being awful, but I am hoping I enjoy it since it is from some directors who did another movie that I like, and so hopefully you all enjoy watching along with me for it. If you do, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. Helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel grow, and of course you can check out the full-length reaction on my Patreon, link for that in the description below, and of course you'll need your own copy of the film to watch along with me there. But without further ado, let's jump into Synchronic. Okay, I recognize the symbol on that pill. It's on the disc that I put in. I don't know what it means. I've seen too many movies and shows where that happens to know if your TV goes out, you just get the heck out of there. Whoa, love the music right there. That was sick. That's not what I was expecting to see. Is this maybe the drugs they took taking effect? Love the visuals so far. That's kind of one thing that... Oh gosh, man, that's horrifying. I got mad chills after that shot. I wasn't prepared for that. Oh man, I don't know if this lady can't move or why the heck she hasn't gotten out of there yet, but that's terrifying. Oh, bro, what a freaking intro. I love that right there. I'm ready for another Moorhead and Benson experience.
1107, right?
Yeah.
Tom! I swear to God, Tom's the worst driver I've ever had.
Nice. Freaking Tom getting roasted. So they're paramedics. Interesting. Don't see too many movies with paramedics as the main characters.
Some professional.
It's the coldest out here, man. Thank you.
Here we go.
There you go.
Man, we're getting way too many people that are just standing creepily. At least she's not some, like, force demon. That was a cool camera shot, though, just panning from them to the porch.
How's it going in there, Steve?
Figuring it out. What'd the kid take? Miss!
Oh, don't tell me he just got stuck with heroin. Shoot, that's the last thing you need when you're trying to help out. It's a pretty ominous shot on the wall before, though. Time is a lie.
Ninth one in his front. Exit out his back.
Oh, what?
That must have been a long freaking knife, dude. How'd it go clean through? And I would assume it's the lady who was on the porch that did it. Who else?
You want to tell us where you hid the weapon?
The what? The, 3-foot-long knife?
Want to save yourself some trouble and tell us where the sword is?
Man, that girl looks like she has seen some things. I mean, coming off heroin's gotta be tough, but I'd be a little bit nervous.
Let's get him out of here.
Bro, that is a weapon right there. What the heck? Why does she have that? Any of them? Dude, they've already hooked me with this. We got creepy imagery. We got a super long take. Incredible music. Man, love that sound design right there. It almost looked like we were about to see a kitchen or something. I couldn't quite tell.
The pills will help against HIV. It'll take about 6 weeks to know for sure, but I've never had a positive from a needle stick.
Oh, let's sure hope that's the case. That would be so unfortunate for it to happen like that.
Yo, B.
Hey, what up?
Why you sitting over here by yourself on this rock?
It's the second time we've seen some writing with Steve's character here. That one wasn't quite as mysterious.
I'll be there on Tuesday, Doctor. Thank you.
Oh, no way. Did he get a positive diagnosis? I was thinking there was hope because she said it doesn't usually happen. Oh, yikes, man. What the heck happened right here? The music again going off. This is the kind of soundtrack that I'd love listening to after.
It's evidence or whatever, so maybe don't touch it.
Fascinating. So Synchronic finally comes into play. If it's a drug or something like that, I'm not sure. Maybe it is what those people took in the beginning. Oh, so those were coffins before. I don't know why I thought I saw a kitchen or something like that the first time. I mean, it was a quick shot before. Did he see a nasty body or something? Oh, great editing right there. I always love when people do stuff like that, cutting between someone in the same position. That's what I was thinking too, based off that shot. It was a brain tumor, so it's something completely different than I thought.
Unless you happen to know what kind of snake bit you?
Travis.
We need to figure out what kind of poison this is.
Venom. It's not poison, it's venom.
Wait, dude, so this lady is alive and somehow she did get bit by a real snake? What? I'm curious what the boyfriend situation's gonna be.
I mean, the punctures, they're not the right size. It'd only be a eastern diamondback rattler. There hasn't been an eastern diamondback seen in Louisiana in decades.
Shoot, this guy for one knows his snakes. That's very specific, but also I'm not even surprised it's a snake that hasn't been around here in a long time based off what we saw before. Oh, bro, he is absolutely mangled. And he was smiling too. What a psycho. So did he ever actually get in an elevator then? Or did he just fall down there and get squashed? I don't even know how that happens.
You could have 6 weeks or you could have 60 years. There's a degree of chance, but closer to 6 weeks if we don't start you on radiation immediately. In the meantime, here's some support groups.
I don't know how much good that's gonna do him right now, but I'm very interested why he keeps seeing images of those coffins, unless he's just afraid he's gonna wind up in one of those soon.
What's going on with all the painkillers?
It's fine.
I know. Just promise me you won't become a junkie paramedic cliche.
I promise I won't become a junkie paramedic cliche.
He can't get too mad at him for saying stuff like that since he has no idea what's going on with him right now.
You need to help Tim, but he has a heart condition, and I think he took too much coke.
Gosh, man, this would be such a hard job, just seeing people near death constantly or at death.
Okay, where's Brianna and what did she take?
She took the fake ayahuasca from the store when she was sitting right there.
What, dude? Don't tell me that that's his Brianna. And now she's gonna get messed up just like everyone else that's taken that stuff.
How can I help you, sir?
You have Synchronic?
How many?
All of them.
Smart. I think I know what he's doing. Is he just trying to get it out of the store so other people can't get it?
You have any more in the back?
We don't have that.
So when do you get more?
We don't. It's discontinued. This happens a lot with that stuff back there.
Man, after what we've seen, I'm not surprised at all that it's discontinued. That stuff seems messed up. Interested who that other dude was in the back, though, because it focused on him a little bit.
Could I buy that Synchronic off of you for triple what you just paid?
No! Be glad you didn't ingest it.
I'll give you $2,000.
Go home.
It's pretty dangerous, but whatever it is, it must give people a pretty good high or they wouldn't be after it so hard.
Can't you do something else while they're printing?
Like call every hospital and jail in Louisiana and call the credit card company and ask the police to search the Mississippi while you were asleep?
Oh, geez, that's not what they need right now, is to be fighting with each other while their daughter's missing. Gotta work as a team.
Hey, come the out of there, all right? Get out of my house.
Oh my, that would be so frightening.
You're what?
My name is Dr. Kermani. I'm the chemist who created Synchronic.
What? I did not expect him to be someone that significant. I thought he was just after it for a high or something. Does he know what he created?
Synchronic messes with the pineal, so you experience time as it actually is, rather than the linear, the one event after another way that we normally experience it.
Oh wait, so linear is not the normal way? That's what I was thinking. That explains the time is a lie writing on the wall before.
You drop the needle on the song you want to play, but they're all always there. These tracks are like time. Synchronic is the needle.
Hey, this guy's pretty good at describing stuff. I'm starting to get a handle on it.
Kids, since their pineal gland hasn't calcified, they physically go to another time entirely, sometimes not returning.
Oh, fascinating. Some of the pieces are finally coming together. It explains why some of the kids they found were the way they were and why his tumor looked like it was something out of a teenager, because I assume he got stabbed with it before. That's what was in the needle.
You sure if the work up? It's not gonna be on me if you kill someone.
Dang, dude, he just needs to tell him what's going on with him right now. It'll explain all the questions Dennis has.
You can't deal with reality. See pop pills and get wasted every night?
All you do is complain about your wife, who's obviously too good for you, and you don't give a about your family.
Oh, now their true feelings are coming out. I feel like they might brawl here in a sec. Yeah, man, just as I freaking thought, they're definitely not working together anymore anytime soon. At least I don't think. Oh, fascinating. I just noticed it in that shot because we had the conversation about the vinyl record, but there was another shot that had similar clouds that almost looked like they were in that circular fashion. Oh no, you're making a huge mistake. I'm nervous for what imagery's coming up. Man, such cool visuals. I love it. I hope he doesn't die because that seems to be what happens to everybody. Oh gosh, bro. Definitely somebody watching him right now. I don't like this at all. Wait, man. This guy has a sword. Does that explain the sword from before? Gosh, dang it. He could not have woken up at a more perfect time, but he must have gone way back there to medieval times. Bro, confirmation that it's real for him right there. The sword mark, and he's dripping water or sweat.
Dennis Stanley, who's probably watching this if I'm dead, his daughter Brianna took it and she disappeared. So hopefully with these experiments, I'll learn a way to bring her back.
Gotta give him props there. He's doing it for a noble cause. And if he's already heading towards death, then it makes sense why he would want to try it. Gosh, bro, well, he got it on video. There's no way people aren't gonna believe it. They might think he did some clever editing, but pretty definitive. Interesting, bro. So, oh, I think I understand how it works. Is it like the vinyl record where you stand at a certain point, like placing the needle, and that's where you go? Just clicked for me.
This spot took me to the Ice Age twice. This spot took me to the swamp. If this door works both ways, how did Brianna get stuck back in time?
Shoot, bro, that's a good question right there. But is she still stuck back in time? Maybe she did come back and run off. But also, that pretty much gives the drug endless reusability because it's different every time you take it.
I'm gonna see if I can bring Hawking back in time with me through physical contact. That way I'll know every possible way I'll be able to bring Brianna back.
Man, I don't like this. Don't you dare leave the dog behind. If the dog dies in that place, I'm not on Steve's side anymore. Oh man, so he can bring other things back with him. The place that he went to, though, looks surprisingly similar to his house.
Sir, if you just calm down, we'll leave. No, we'll leave! Come on! Go!
Gosh, don't let him run off. Hawking, that's his name, right? Protect that dog at all costs. Oh, shoot. This must be what happened to Brianna and how she got stuck. It's been 7 minutes and he is not back.
As soon as he goes to sleep, they're gonna get high and Bri gonna get to our spot. Sounds worse than it actually is, right?
Oh, that's smart. I didn't even think of that, that maybe you have to be at the spot in order to go back. If that doesn't work, though, he may be in here for good. Oh man, grab your dog, dude. Don't let him be here alone. Oh, this shot killing me with the suspense, man. We can't see if the dog's there. Also, that is the last person I expected to see, or the last people when they called for police. It's kind of messed up. Bro, no, dude, how could this movie do this to me? Why does it always have to be the dogs? At least I don't think Hawking's gonna get, like, killed or anything. He'll just be without him back there.
So it seems you have to be touching whatever you bring back, like quantum mixing or something. Either way, there aren't enough pills for me to go back and find Hawking.
Man, that's so upsetting. So if he says there's not enough pills, does that mean there's only one left and that's the pill to go get Brianna? Because he knows the spot to go find her.
During the Katrina cleanup, Steve got this call. A few coffins had been ripped out of Lafayette's cemetery and ended up in some garden district yard.
Finally, we get to find out what exactly this was. I'm surprised he's the one telling us.
2 of them were his parents, and 1 was his little sister, Dana. Dana was just a kid when she died, and when we came across her coffin, it had been opened by looters, and seeing her tiny remains.
Oh my gosh, bro, that would mess you up. No wonder he thinks about that all the time. That's gruesome.
Three pills left. Time to find Brianna.
Oh, it's got the red X right there. That means it's business time, and this is the spot. And I heard him say he's got 3 pills, so at least he doesn't have to do it on the first try. Oh gosh, dude, I love the POV angle. That makes it so creepy. I'm afraid of which time zone he's in, or which time period, I mean.
Jordan. Have you seen a girl? A young woman? A young lady? Une femme?
They don't think he is who he actually is based off those subtitles, some spirit they summoned. But hopefully that means they're not gonna kill him or anything. Oh jeez, that was a wild moment right there, but now he's got a souvenir to maybe find out where exactly he goes to. Oh, gosh, bro. Just by the skin of his teeth, he made it. Well, now he knows to avoid that group the next time he goes back.
Are you sure this is where Brianna was when she disappeared?
No, she wandered off somewhere.
What the f didn't you say that? I almost...
Oh my, so he just wasted a pill and almost got stuck there once again. If she just wandered off, there's no way he could know where she is.
What you and Tara have, take that in a heartbeat. Sleep around by default, and then mourn the aspect of myself that used to feel something. But then I found out I was dying.
Oh, he's finally gonna tell him. Okay, it's about time. Definitely needs someone who can know what he's going through.
You know the real tragedy of meeting the love of your life? If it's happened, it's behind you. It's not gonna happen again.
It's a pretty interesting line right there. Never thought about it that way, but hopefully the times ahead would be just as good. Obviously, in Dennis's case, that is not true.
You know about that treatment thing. Decided to put it on pause. Something that came up.
What are you talking about? You're going to chemo.
Something came up that's really important that I have to do.
Then do it in chemo.
Man unlocked his Jesse Pinkman attitude right there. Steve isn't gonna divulge the other things he's been doing, is he? Man, I can't believe he showed him, but this is going along the lines of what I was hoping for, him involving him and going with him.
It should be me.
It's gotta be me. Look, I have the youth tumor. Your pineal gland is old. It's literally impossible for you.
Gotcha, so I guess that makes sense, this dialogue, why he can't go with him. It's the tumor that surprisingly allows him.
If you were lost in time, let's assume that you would make the same decision.
Leave a message somewhere permanent?
Dude, I think my mind's on the same path his is. After I saw that forever, I'm like, where have we seen a similar word? Dang, this is easily the most deadly place he's been to so far. People dying all around him, it looks like. Gosh dang it, man. He's been in here like a minute and already got shot. How the heck is he gonna find Brianna in all of this? Let alone remember the spot to get back to.
Tara, it's me. I need you. Really need you.
Interesting cutting right now. I'm half expecting the guy next to Steve is gonna wake up.
Hello? Hello?
No way. He found her. I can't believe it. I thought she was a goner for sure. How long has she been in here by now?
What message?
Don't worry about it. Take this. It's time to go home. Just take it.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize that she has to take it to get back. Maybe it wears off after a certain time. At least he still has time to get back. Hopefully.
I'll help you across.
No. You're gonna run as fast as you can.
Oh, it's starting if they stopped firing. At least that's what I assume. Don't tell me he's gonna get stuck in here because he got shot, though. Oh, nice. Thankfully, it wasn't too hard to find. I thought they were going to struggle a bit. Brianna's honestly not looking too bad for how long she's been in here, though. Still got her energy. Gosh dang it, bro. Please tell me they get back in time. They're so dang close.
Come on. Come on. Come on and get your slave.
Oh my gosh, of course he steps over it. That was like the one shot. Dang, bro, well that worked pretty well, but Brianna already went back. Does that mean that Steve can't get back now?
Oh my God.
Is he coming back all the way or only halfway? He's like barely there. It's kind of the same effect that we got with Hawking before, which probably means he's not going to be able to come back. Shoot, bro, this is definitely making me feel like he's stuck there. That's so sad. Definitely a noble thing to do as your last act, though, especially since he was already on his way to death. Oh, fascinating. It just ends right there. That's an abrupt ending if I've ever seen one. It's kind of a bleak ending as well. Bleak because Steve's fate, obviously he's still gonna die back then. Probably a pretty gruesome death, I would think. But I also could be unclear on exactly what happens when you like half return like that. Maybe you're just stuck in the void or something like that. But I mean, at least he got Brianna back, which hopefully would save the marriage as well, since that was one of Dennis's concerns. Well, the positives though, I love the concept. I think it's a really, really cool story that they came up with. At least I assume they came up with it, because I don't feel like I've ever seen something necessarily like that before. I think the only downside to the way they executed some of the stuff was, I think sometimes it made it slightly tonally inconsistent, because at times it's like almost a straight up horror movie with the imagery and everything like that, but then at others it's more of like a drama or an epic or something, like, especially with the last bit. It wasn't like too drastic of a difference, but I definitely felt like maybe had they picked one specific tone instead of the rest, it might have worked a little bit better than it already did. But I do feel like it did work as it is, because I really enjoyed watching it. My one question regarding Brianna is, if she took the pill on the roof, how close was that building to that Always Rock? Unless maybe she didn't take the pill on the roof and she took it afterwards when she got to that spot. That could be as well, because I don't know if they ever specified exactly when she took it. Her friend just said she did wander off at some point, so that would answer my question. And the camera work I thought was excellent throughout. The camera work and the music I thought were definitely top notch. They really helped create a good atmospheric feeling and mood for a lot of it, and so I feel like all those things were great strengths. So just like The Endless, I think these guys are good directors. So Moorhead and Benson are definitely staying on my filmmakers to watch list, because even while I may have liked The Endless more than this movie, I still feel like their creativity and their writing and talent behind the camera is definitely enough to make me continue to want to watch their upcoming projects and whatever they have coming up in the future. And there's still past projects of theirs that I want to check out as well, so hopefully I'll be able to do that before too long. But obviously I mentioned a lot of the things that I thought were positives about this film. Maybe some of the more neutral side of things, maybe slightly negatives. I feel like the acting was good overall, but I don't know if there was necessarily any standout performances or anything like that. And that may have contributed a little bit to the ending feeling good, but maybe not completely as impactful or as satisfying as they were probably hoping it to be, at least for me. And I think that's partly because we spent so much time with Steve specifically, and obviously his resolution I thought was done pretty well. But with Dennis, we don't really get a whole lot of time with him, and the time that we do get with him, he's not necessarily the nicest dude or the best guy. We don't really get too many layers to his character besides his marriage kind of struggling after Brianna disappears. And so with him getting reunited with her at the end, not only does their reuniting feel not necessarily as strong as it could have, since she was missing in a completely different time period, and I feel like maybe they should have reacted a little bit more significantly when she got back, but also it doesn't necessarily feel like a huge big victory for the audience, because we weren't as attached to that character as we were to Steve, if that makes sense. And also, besides them breaking down at the bar there for a bit, I don't know if we really saw too much range with Jamie Dornan with that character as well. And I do think he is a good actor. I've liked him in the other roles I've seen him in, but I just kind of wanted a little bit more from that character in particular, but I know with a budget that at least I'm used to seeing them work with, they probably had some time constraints and maybe didn't necessarily have the time or the resources to add a lot more character development into the film and lengthen it past what it already was. And so it's not like a huge criticism I have, but just something that I feel like could have elevated it a little bit more for me. And I think the first 15-20 minutes of this movie, I'm not exactly sure how long, I felt were really strong, whether it was the really creepy opening or when we go to that first place where we find the guy stabbed and everything, and just a little ways past that, I thought was all done excellently and the pacing was perfect. And maybe it was to the film's detriment a little bit that it was so good at the beginning, because I feel like some of the parts later on felt not as tense and not as engaging constantly, because once we start getting into him experimenting with Synchronic and figuring out how it works for himself, I feel like the pacing slowed down a little bit. We were still moving from scene to scene at a good pace. It wasn't boring or anything by any means, but I feel compared to the other stuff, it was definitely a bit of a shift. And so I have no idea how you may have been able to rearrange that in order to avoid something like that happening, but I feel like that was just a negative side effect of the beginning being so excellent. So overall though, besides a couple of those negatives, I did enjoy myself, really enjoyed watching the concept and the mystery unfold, and I think the filmmaking of it was great as well, the technical aspects. And so I'm excited to see what they do in the future, and so hopefully you enjoyed watching along with me for this one. If you did, definitely let me know your thoughts. I'd love to know what you guys thought of the film. But if you did enjoy watching along, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. Helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel grow, and of course you can check out the full-length reaction on my Patreon, link for that in the description below. But until the next movie reaction, look forward to seeing you all later. Peace.